Good morning. It is Thursday, Chair Yoga Thursday. And this week we are focusing on the health of the bones. We are practicing this week the Rupa Mudra, which is the gesture of form. And the core quality is a healthy skeletal system. So form, when I think of form, I think of alignment, and I think of the ways that we engage our muscles and our bones to achieve proper alignment, and to achieve alignment that is healthy for the body and healthy for the strength of our skeletal system. One of the things that I've been posting articles about this week is osteoporosis or osteopenia, and ways that we can decrease the risk of that through the practice of yoga or lifestyle practices. So I'm in that particular age. This is my son, everyone. I'm in that particular age where I need to be concerned about the effects of bone loss as I age. My mother has osteoporosis. I am heading into my menopausal years. And so I will see, as a part of my aging process, potentially less bone development or more bone loss. We have both going on all the time throughout our lives, but in healthy bones, we lose and we regain at the same rate. But as we age, either we lose more bone mass or we don't regenerate that bone mass as quickly. And there are three ways generally that we can improve that picture or that outcome. One is through diet, making sure that we have foods that help the building of calcium, so rich in calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. Calcium and magnesium are very, very important for bone health. And, making sure to not eat foods that leach away the calcium. There's lots of debate about which foods those are, but I'll just leave it at this point that a diet that is rich in vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium is helpful. Exercise is incredibly helpful, particularly exercise where you are forced to bear your own weight. So today's practice is going to focus on poses that you can do in a chair, believe it or not, in a chair, where you can bear your own weight and improve your muscle and thereby increasing your bone density or supporting your bone density. And then, of course, the third way is medications, different bone building medications. And of course, they have side effects. So if it's something you can put off as long as possible, if you happen to be in this category of people that I'm talking about, then good. But I know that they can cause all day nausea and other side effects. So we try not to do that. But even if you were on those medications, you still need to support your bone health with a healthy lifestyle, such as the things I'm describing. So this mudra, when we take it, and so it's an interesting mudra. So you're going to create pointer fingers going out in the opposite directions, cross your hands over one another, link your pinkies at the base. And so it looks like a pair of cow horns. If we turn it around, it looks like this. So to take this mudra, this is a wonderful opportunity to focus on alignment and form, just as the mudra says. So lift up the crown of your head, lift up your heart center, drop your shoulders down. When we turn to the side, you can see the engagement of those muscles. By drawing the shoulders back and down, you're engaging all the muscles in your upper back, supporting the health of your cervical spine, supporting the health of your neck. When we draw our elbows close to our ribs, we naturally improve our alignment. And then breathe in and out deeply. And as you breathe in and out, focus on developing your core by breathing in and out of your diaphragm, expanding the belly. And on your exhale, drawing the belly in. As you inhale, grow your crown up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw the shoulders back and down, lengthening your neck. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take one more inhale. And fully exhale. Release the mudra. So, this mudra is also helpful for supporting your bone strength and density, for instilling a sense of embodiment, for reducing stress, and for enhancing a sense of support and safety. So taking this mudra also helps align our root chakra, focusing our attention on grounding, on connecting to the earth, thinking of the gravitational pull of the earth on the body and how that also helps to strengthen your bones. Fun fact, when astronauts are in space for a lengthy time, I think over 6 weeks, they start to lose bone mass. And when they return to Earth, they have to do things to restore their bone mass that they lost while they were up there. So lack of gravity has a significant impact on the health of our skeletal structure. So anytime that we can be in a position where we are encouraging the gravitational pull of the earth, that means up and moving around, then that will help with our bone density. So join me at the chair. So let's inhale our hands out and up. Exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. Exhale out and down. Inhale out and up again. And let's exhale our heart forward, resting our torso across our legs. And what I would like you to do is place your hands either on your lower back or place them on your hips. I suggest lower back so that you can feel where your lower back is. On your inhale, draw your shoulders together, draw your elbows together, and lift up the heart center. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, draw the elbows back, lift up your heart center, and lower down. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, draw the shoulders back, draw the elbows back. Create length in the spine as you lift up the heart center. So this is a small lift. And what I want you to do is hold this now and focus on the engagement of all of those muscles up and down your back that are supporting you in this unique position. Take a nice long inhale and exhale. Work your shoulders together a little bit more. Draw your elbows together a little bit more. Take one more inhale. And exhale, fold down, drop your hands to your feet. Place your left hand on your left foot, place your right hand on your right hip. Take a long inhale. And then on your exhale, twist to the right, drawing your right shoulder back, anchoring your left arm against your left leg. And focus on lengthening your side body, but strengthening at the same time. Use your abdominal muscles to engage this twist. Draw the right shoulder back, draw the right elbow back. Inhale, exhale. Take another inhale and exhale. Move to center. Place your right hand on your right foot, left hand to your left hip. Draw your left shoulder back, draw your left elbow back as we twist to the left. Again, using your muscles of your core muscles to engage this movement, to engage this twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Float your left hand down. Now that same movement that we started off with the back earlier with our hands on our lower back, now place your hands either on your feet or on your shins. I recommend your shins. Inhale, Draw the shoulders back and down. Draw the elbows towards the ribs as you lift up your heart center. Feel the engagement of your upper back while you're doing that. And then exhale, float down. Inhale, lift up, drawing the shoulders as far away from the ears as you can as you draw your crown forward, lifting up, engaging all those muscles of your upper back. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, rise up again. Drawing your shoulders together, engaging your upper back muscles. And then exhale, float down. Inhale, raise your hands up, rising all the way up, meeting your hands at the top. And then exhale to the left as we go into half moon pose or crescent. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the left. Engaging all your core muscles as you do this movement back and forth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise up, and exhale to the right. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the left. And inhale, rise up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, rise up. Float your hands down on your exhale. Inhale your hands up again. And then exhale if you want to. If it feels good, you can float down in between your legs, or you can lay your torso across your legs as you fold forward. Inhale, rise up again. Hands out to the side and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up one more time. And exhale, bring hands down to heart center. So we're going to get out of the chair and do some sun salutations using the support of the chair. But before I do that, I did get a little text and I want to make sure that it's not an emergency. Okay, that is my aunt. It is not an emergency. All righty. Okay, so I suggest you start with the chair facing you. So we're going to do a few things using the chair today. We're going to do 3 rounds of a sun salutation, triangle, and balancing half moon pose. When we arrive at the final 2 items of this sequence, you can turn the chair around if you need more support at the top of the chair, or you can leave the seat of the chair facing you. To start your sun salutations, my recommendation is feet facing the body. So standing in front of the chair, let's take Tadasana. Let's work on creating strength within our Tadasana. So the first thing I'm going to invite you to do is lift up your toes, engaging the arches of your foot, engaging all of the muscles and bones of the foot. Make sure that your feet are equally in contact with the ground, that you're not rolling in and you're not rolling out, and that 3 points of the foot, the big toe mound, the little toe mound on the outside, and the heel are all in firm contact with the floor. Then soften your knees just ever so slightly, which allows your tailbone to start to draw down towards the earth, and then engage your abdominal muscles at the same time, lifting up the heart center, engaging these side muscles on the side waist, engaging all of your solar plexus muscles up the midline. And then inhale the shoulders up, wrap them back down on your back, hands down to the side facing forward. And then grow the crown of your head high up to the ceiling. Now lower your toes and feel that difference. Feel the strength of this pose as you are taking energy from the earth and allowing it to grow upward, coming up through the center of the legs, up your midline, up to the heart center, ultimately up to the crown of the head. Inhale your hands up, keeping this gorgeous length, and exhale them down, pulling up the crown as you float your hands down. Inhale the hands up, and exhale them down. One more, inhale up. And then exhale, swan dive forward with a little bend in the legs to start, and drop your forehead to the chair. Using the strength of your arms, raise up into a half lift, drawing the crown of your head forward. And then on your exhale, using the strength of your arms, lower your forehead. Take your right foot back. Take a shorter stance this time in our lunge and focus on Isometrically drawing your feet together. So your feet aren't actually moving, but you're drawing them together. And when you do this, this really strengthens all of the muscles of the pelvis. Inhale your heart center up. And then on your exhale, take your left foot back and do a plank on the chair. Move your heart center forward as you draw your shoulders away from the ears, engaging your core muscles. And take 3 breaths. One more inhale. And then exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Just keep your feet in place and move your hips back and work your hands forward, allowing for the opening of your heart center towards the floor. Take a nice inhale. And fully exhale. Inhale, take your right foot forward. And then isometrically drag your feet together as you inhale your heart center up. And then exhale, take left foot forward to join the right. Inhale, hands all the way up to the ceiling, meeting at the top together. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Take an inhale. Exhale, your hands up. Exhale, hands down to the chair, forehead to the chair. Using the strength of your arms, lift up, drawing the crown of your head forward into that half lift, flat back. Exhale, using the strength of your arms, lower down, and take your left foot back. Draw your feet together isometrically as you raise up your heart center. And then exhale, take your right foot back into plank. Move your heart center forward as you draw your shoulders away from your ears. Continue to engage your core muscles. One more breath. And then exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, take your left foot forward. Isometrically drag your feet together as you inhale your heart center up. And then exhale, take right foot forward. Inhale into that flat spine, exhale down. And then inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way up, hands meeting at the top. And exhale, bring them down to heart center. We're gonna add on to this by adding, when we finish our plank, we're gonna move into an upward dog using the chair. If you don't want to do that upward dog as part of the vinyasa flow using the chair, just move back into downward dog and catch up with us when we move back there. So inhale, exhale the hands down, inhale your hands up, and then exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair, drop your forehead. Using the strength of your arms, rise up, draw the crown of your head forward, exhale, use your arms as you float down like you're doing a push-up with your arms. Take your right foot back, draw your feet together isometrically as you lift up your heart center. On your exhale, take your left foot back in plank pose, take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, we're gonna lower chaturanga. That's what I forgot to tell you. We're gonna lower chaturanga, just as if we were on the floor. And then inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, take your right foot forward. Drag your feet together as you inhale your heart center up. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale your hands out and up. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale them up. And then exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Drop your forehead. Use the strength of your arms to rise up into that flat back, half lift. Exhale, hands down, using the strength of your arms, and take your left foot back. Isometrically draw your feet together as you lift up your heart center. And then on your exhale, take your right foot back into plank. Hold this for one full breath cycle. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, move back into downward facing dog. Take our left foot forward. Isometrically draw our feet together as we lift up our heart center. And then exhale, take the right foot forward. Inhale our hands out and up. And then exhale, bring hands down to heart center. So somebody once asked me, is chair yoga real yoga? Well, do you hear me breathing a little bit? I am engaging a lot of my upper body muscles to do these poses. And yes, this is real yoga, everybody. So if you feel intimidated by yoga, chair yoga is really amazing to start to get you into a lot of the poses. Every pose can be modified. Yoga is for everybody. Inhale your hands out and up. And then exhale, swan dive forward. Place your hands to the chair. Lower the forehead, engaging the muscles of your arms. Rise up into that half lift. Exhale, forehead down and take your right foot back. Draw your feet together isometrically as you lift up your heart center. Exhale, move back into plank and hold it. Let's hold it 2 breaths this time. One more inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. And then bring your right foot forward. Isometrically draw your feet together as you lift up your heart center. Exhale, take left foot forward. Inhale into a flat back, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the chair. Lower down your forehead. Inhale, rise up using the strength of your arms. Exhale, lower down. Take your left foot back. Isometrically draw your feet together as you inhale your heart center up. Exhale, move back into plank and hold it for 2 full breath cycles. One more inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, rise up into upward facing dog. Draw your hips towards the chair as you curl your upper back. And then exhale, move into downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left foot forward. Draw your feet together as you rise up. And then exhale, take right foot forward to join the left. Inhale into a flat spine, lower down. Inhale, rise up. Hands meeting at the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. So leave your right foot facing the chair. Take your left foot behind you, parallel to the mat behind you, or perpendicular to your front foot. I don't have a mat today. I just decided to use my rug today. So as you can see, my stance is 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, rotating my hip, my right hip, so that my foot is facing forward, okay? And then my stance isn't very long right now because we're using the chair today. Take your hands up into warrior 2 arms. Draw your shoulders together. Isometrically pull your feet together. Feel how you strengthen your pelvis when you do that. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, drop your hand down to the chair and draw your right arm up to the ceiling, continuing to isometrically draw your right heel backwards and your left arch forward. They're not moving, but you're feeling the engagement of those muscles. Use this as an opportunity now to open up the heart center, drawing your left shoulder further back, pressing your body against that imaginary wall behind you. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, place your left hand on your left hip, bend your right leg a little bit towards the chair, and then position yourself in such a way that when you go to rise up, your right arm can be underneath your shoulder. So straighten out your right leg. Right now, your left leg is just hovering over the floor. Open up that hip to start. So did you see that movement of my body? So basically I rotated my heart up, rotated my left hip up. So now my left hip is stacked over my right. My left shoulder is stacked over my right shoulder. Now, Engage the muscles of your back to curl back just a little bit more by drawing your shoulder blades together, and then lift up your left leg. So when this left leg is open, continue to work on opening up the hip and continuing to draw that left hip on top. The leg that needs to be straight is your left leg. If you have a slight bend in your right leg, that's totally acceptable. You don't want to lock that knee, as a matter of fact. Now take your left arm up to the ceiling, continuing to keep that left leg raised. Take another inhale, fully exhale. Take one more inhale, exhale, drop that left hand down to the hip, bend your right leg and drop back down. Move back into triangle and then rise up into warrior two arms. Draw those feet together isometrically. Place your hands on your hips, both feet forward, and bring your feet together. Now let's change our chair direction. You can stay where you're at, but if you want to see me and see the frontal view of me, you probably need to move your chair to the other side. Left toes facing the chair, right foot perpendicular to the foot in front. Use your muscle energy to isometrically draw your feet together, feeling this engagement of all the muscles of the pelvis. Then rise up our hands and warrior two arms and draw the shoulders together. Draw the hands, draw the feet together. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower down into that triangle. It may feel different on this side. Use this as an opportunity to press your body against that imaginary wall behind you. Continue to engage those muscles. Continue to press your right shoulder back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bend your left leg a little bit. Position your left hand and then rise up on your left leg. Right now, this hip is hovering. Take your right hand to your right hip. Open up that hip. Open up your shoulder. So rotating your heart center up, rotating your right hip up, going for that stacked experience. Right hip on top of left, right shoulder on top of left shoulder. Then raise up your right leg, toes facing forward. Continue to open up the hips by further stacking that right hip on top of the left. Continue to engage in pulling your shoulder blades together. Now bring your right hand overhead. You can have a micro bend in your left leg. That's totally okay. You can even have a deep bend. Just keep that right leg elevated parallel to the floor. Toes pointed forward so your foot is flexed. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hand down to your waist, bend your left leg. Drop your right foot down, moving back into triangle. And then on your next inhale, rise up. Isometrically draw your feet together, shoulders together, place your hands on your hips and release that. So let's turn our chair forward. Kind of a short routine today because I got a late start. That's okay. You know what? It's good to have 30 or 40-minute routines versus an hour. And something else I'm going to tell you. This is a wonderful routine to do at work. You've been sitting all day and you feel like your hips are a pile of mush and you don't feel very energized and you feel like you've got that 3 o'clock low. Get out of the chair and do a little bit of yoga. Use your chair to your advantage at your office. Okay, so let's do just a little bit of hip opening and relaxation, and then we're going to wrap it up. So sitting on the front of your chair, let's bring our hands out and overhead again. Exhale, swan dive forward over the legs, drop your hands down. Inhale, hands out to the side and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your hands up, and then exhale, turn to the right as we engage in a little bit of a twist. Left hand on the outside of the right foot and right hand on the back of the chair, just doing a little bit of a spinal twist. Take one more inhale. Exhale, return to center. Inhale our hands out and overhead. Exhale, turn to the left. Right hand on the outside of the left leg. Left hand on the back of the chair. Inhale the crown of the head up. And then exhale, deepen into your twist. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands out and up as we face forward, and exhale your hands down. We're going to do one more strengthening, bone building pose before we go into opening our hips. Place your feet on the floor. Your sits bones are sitting on the chair. Feet are out in front of you now with your legs straight. Place your hands behind you on the chair. And on your inhale, lift up your heart center. Just get used to lifting up and out of the shoulders. Take a nice inhale, fully exhale. And then on your next inhale, lift up your hips into reverse plank. Inhale. Exhale, continue to work your hips up and engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale. Exhale, feel the engagement of your hamstrings on the back of your legs. Inhale. Strengthen the posture further by engaging your quadriceps by lifting up your kneecaps. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, lower your hips down. Move back into your chair. I put my blocks underneath my feet so that I have good alignment in my chair. Okay. So now let's go ahead and open up the hips a little bit. Let's start with some eagle. Take our right foot, cross it over our left leg. If you want to, you can even twist it around your calf on the bottom, just like you would if you were standing. Might be easier if I don't have the block there, okay? And then take your arms and robot arms, wrap your left arm underneath the right, twist them like a ribbon, hands meeting at the center. Draw your shoulders down as you lift up the crown of your head, moving into your back body with your shoulders. Look at a fixed point in the distance beyond your arms. Imagining the concentration and the amazing sight of the eagle and how it zeroes in on its prey. But to engage this pose, you know, you're engaging your abdominal muscles, you're engaging your shoulders. Draw the shoulders down as you lift up your elbows to get that beautiful stretch along the back. Take one more long inhale. Exhale, float the hands down, unravel the feet. Let's cross left leg over the right. If you want to, you can clip your toes behind your right calf. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit of engaging to get my feet to match. Okay, so that's one way, or you can just leave your toe hanging down on the outside of your right foot, doesn't matter. Elbow arms, robot arms. Wrap your right arm underneath the left. Forearms twist like a ribbon, hands meeting at the top. Draw the shoulders down as you lift up your elbows. Move your body into the back plane. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, draw the shoulders down as you lift up the crown of your head. Find your fixed point off in the distance. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, unravel the arms, release them, unravel the feet. And then we will once again inhale our hands overhead. And then exhale, float them down so that your torso is resting. Cross your legs, drop your arms, drop your crown. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Bring your hands up to the top and then exhale them down to heart center. Take your right foot, cross it over your left knee. So right ankle to left knee. Initially, just sit up nice and tall to allow space for this right hip to open up. So we are going into seated pigeon. Pigeon is marvelous. You can do it in a chair. You can do it on the floor. You can do it laying down. You can do it against the wall. But it is so marvelous to stretch out the back of the hip and pull muscles away from the spine, reducing compression back here, opening up that piriformis that sometimes can be quite tight. You can have sciatica that does not actually have its origins at the spine. You can have sciatica that has its origins of compression anywhere along the sciatic nerve. So this is one of the ways that we reduce pressure on that nerve. Take a nice inhale, lift up the crown of the head, draw the shoulders down. And then on your exhale, move your heart center forward as you fold over that leg. Try to keep your back straight while you're doing this by lifting up the heart, drawing the shoulders back and down and close to each other. You will find in these types of poses that if you keep the back straight, you actually have a more beneficial stretch. Even if that means you aren't going to lower as far down, it doesn't matter. Rounding the back doesn't help. It's a cheat that may give you the illusion that you're folding more deeply into your pose, but actually it works against you and doesn't really stretch out those muscles and doesn't really improve your posture, your strength, your integrity in the pose. Take a long and beautiful inhale and fully exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take that right foot down, cross your left foot over your right knee. So left ankle to right knee. Again, sit up nice and tall, allowing space for this hip to begin to open. Take a beautiful inhale. And exhale, draw the shoulders back and down as you lift up the crown of your head. Inhale. And fully exhale. Inhale one more time. And then exhale, begin to draw your heart center forward. Stretching out that left hip. It may feel different on one side versus the other. You may feel more open on one side. You may feel more stuck on one side. Work with your body as it is. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, keeping your back straight. Take one more inhale. Exhale, rise up. Place your left foot down. And let's now move back into the back of the chair for a few minutes of mindfulness and stillness. Draw the crown of your head up as you draw your shoulders down and rest your shoulders on the back of the chair. You can take that mudra again if you want to remind you to maintain the integrity of your alignment. Or just place your hands on top of your thighs. And start to breathe in and out of your nose, expanding and contracting the belly. Do a scan of your entire body. Look for places where you're holding muscle energy. Look for places where your air may not be moving so freely. Relax all of the muscles of the face. Relax your shoulders down. Allow the chair to fully support your hips. Allow your legs and your feet to relax. Allow your arms to be heavy on top of your legs. Move your consciousness into a state of deep relaxation, turning inward, drawing your energy downward. Take the time for at least 5 minutes of stillness each day. Train your brain, train your body, train your breathing to find this deep, relaxing space and hold it. The beauty is we can do it anywhere, and the benefits are too numerous to count. Thank you for taking this class today. Thank you for taking care of yourself and your wellness. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoy this class. The light in me honors the light in you. The yogi in me sees the yogi in you. Look, I did that backwards today. Namaste and have a beautiful Thursday.